Rebecca got the spot. Sip it slow, let the gossip flow. The morning tea is your daily glow. Turn it up, hear the laughter ring. Stories fly like birds on wings. Steeped in truth with a twist of fun. The morning tea has just begun. Pour a cup, let the chatter spring. Your morning fix is here with three. Mika, Kim, and Rebecca agree. The morning tea is the place to be.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Hey, y'all.
Good morning.
It is Wednesday. It's Wednesday, y'all. It is Wednesday. And let me tell you, today I was on the struggle bus this morning. So if y'all are rocking with us this morning, make sure that you tap in, hit the share button and share, invite the people, invite those who you know would just like to tune in to the Morning Tea Radio Show on this morning. If this is your first time tuning in, we utilize this platform for businesses, entrepreneurs, those who are wanting to grow and enlarge your networking territory. So listen, if you are a business owner, if you have a nonprofit organization, and you would like to be on the morning tea, make sure that you reach out to myself, Kim, or Rebecca, because we would love to have you. But not only do we utilize this platform for businesses, we also help others by having morning tea topics. And our morning tea topics are things that happen each and every single day. I always like to say that we have adult conversations, and you just never know when an experience will knock on your door. As the old folks say, keep on living, because you just never know. And sometimes your perspective can change. Sometimes you got to go back and make a wrong right. Sometimes you have to just take a self-evaluation of yourself and see what are some things that I need to change about myself. How can I change that scenario or that situation or even a narrative? And then sometimes Rebecca comes with these unmute yourself segment that just puts us in a space, in a place where we be like boss-like we be handling the business. And then Kim come back with ruffling your feathers. So she tries to tell you how it should be, could be, would be.
Match your edges. Stop being.
All of the things. We appreciate y'all for rocking with us. Again, do us a favor, share the live, invite somebody, comment, discuss some of the things that you would like to discuss. If you have a morning tea letter that you would like to send us, you can send it to us at morningtearadio@gmail.com, and we'll definitely be able to share with y'all. But Rebecca, how was your weekend?
Oh, well, I asked you a while ago, did you do too much Cinco de Mayo yesterday?
Girl, I absolutely did not. I got shut down. My plans got shut down. I mean, I had to end up going get me some to go while David was at church. So it wasn't no margarita in last night. It was just I had some Cinco de Mayo tacos. That's not all. But of course, you know, somebody knows how to shut it down.
Ain't no Cinco over here. So I did Cinco de Mayo at home. So I got the little taco kit from Chewy's. They provide everything. And I had the little 1, 2, 1, 2, the little shots, and just made it do what it do.
Your house. I'm up here just trying to. I should have David went to church on me. He was praising the Lord last night, worshiping, and I wanted a margarita.
You just wanted a margarita.
Good morning.
Good morning, y'all. What I did. So I had the pleasure this weekend and I know we're gonna get into that, of traveling to Houston.
You was in my city
for the awesome book signing of our favorite Miss Kim, and I enjoyed every minute of it. I enjoyed it. The location was great. Everything was great. Mika, your dad was such a great host of the area. Like everything was just so nice. So shout out to you again, Kim. Everything was so nice.
Thank you, Bo. Right. Thank you, Bo.
After the weekend,
you know, listen.
I just knew you was gonna come downstairs and say that when you came and made your entrance. I just knew you was gonna say, listen.
I I am still taking it all in. Thank you both for being a part of it because it wouldn't have been as it was. I see that awesome Paris stylist Marcy Jackson just jumped on. She had me looking like the queen that I am, baby. I felt like, listen. So I had a great time at my book signing this weekend. I thank everybody that came out and showed love and supported me. You know, I'm still taking it all in. Still taking it all in. As I look at the pictures and post the pictures, I'm like, wow, God, you did that.
Only standing room only.
Yes, it was. It was.
Mm-hmm.
So I thank God for that. So yeah.
Absolutely. We had us a good old weekend. Yeah. Shout out to everybody who came.
Thank y'all.
Supported. Like it's nothing like being able to accomplish something and then having a room of people. And so shout out to everybody who purchased the book. So Kim, go ahead and share how the deciding factor was so that we can go ahead and get this out. The deciding factor of one book signing versus the other.
Oh, well, okay. On Thursday, I had the virtual read party. And that was for that was a great turnout on that. I don't know. I feel the spirit kind of telling me I don't owe nobody no explanation about nothing. That's the era that I'm in now. And that's part of you already on my ruffle the feathers. I believe a lot of people really need to kind of get out of their feelings and wondering why certain decisions was made by certain people, because at the end of the day, it was my decision. So with that being said, I mean, I had the virtual party read, and then I actually had the actual live where it was more intimate, and as much as I just didn't want all of that, I just didn't. It was my choice. I don't like the attention, if that makes sense, because I do understand I'm all in my ruffle the feathers, but nevertheless, some people don't like your name being called. And it's like, I'm in an era where it's like, you know what? Call my name, baby. Just call it. Say it. Because evidently I'm doing something right. But yeah, I don't feel the need to explain why certain people wasn't there. I'm steady getting messages and I'm just like leaving them on read or leaving them on that 109 missed calls because I don't have to explain anything. I don't, and I'm not, and I say that in love because people do what they want to do, and I don't backdoor them and be like, why I wasn't there. I mean, congratulations and move move on because I love people. I mean, I do, and yeah, I don't owe an explanation on why I did what I did. Yeah.
All right, so there goes that.
Sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I am so excited about what's taking place, and it's just a good season. We are in the month of May. It is Mother's Day weekend that is coming up. So shout out to all the mothers who will be celebrating this weekend, and never want to forget those who are suffering from a loss during this time, because sometimes it's a happy season for some, and sometimes it's not so happy when it comes to Mother's Day. So we definitely are keeping you all lifted and wanted to make sure that even in spite of, if you are a mother, and try to do your best or try to, still enjoy the moments of you still being here, right? Even if you're not a mother, celebrate somebody who's been an influence to you. Celebrate somebody who has poured into you. Celebrate, you don't have to make this a season of darkness, right? And take time to just make some good out of it. So, but we definitely are going to make sure that we keep those who have lost a mother, and this is a hard time for them, especially those that this may be the first Mother's Day, that we are definitely lifting you all up and keeping you in prayer during this week, because sometimes you get aggravated because you're hoping that you had your mom here, and sometimes don't rain on other people's parade, y'all. Don't rain on other people's parade. So we're gonna go into guess what? Guess what's next?
What's next?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And now it's time for Entertainment News, the Tea Gossip segment, right here on the Morning Tea Radio Show.
All right, y'all. So I got a morning tea letter. I got a morning tea letter. We haven't had a tea letter in a while. So we got a morning tea letter, and I would love to know your thoughts on this morning tea letter. So, dear morning tea, I'm a 59-year-old divorced woman living with my 54-year-old boyfriend. We have lived together for 7 months. He purchased the home we live in. Since we have lived there, I have made all the house payments. I also pay for the internet, the utilities, and all the groceries. We have 4 cats and some dogs. I feel like I'm supporting him. This was supposed to be a partnership in which we share the bills. He quit his manufacturing job to go to school for a commercial driver's license. It lasted a month, but then he couldn't find a better paying job because of the things on the driving record from his job and many years ago. After finally he got a job, his employer surprised him with a drug test. He failed because he tested positive for marijuana. He said he smokes marijuana to cope with his PTSD from his childhood. His employer said he'd rehire him when he got treatment at a clinic, but he started smoking again as soon as he got out. He can't go back to work until he's clean. He can only do a drug test with the man watching to ensure the protocol for the CDL federal requirements. In addition, he has $1,000 a month truck payment and is behind on that. He will probably lose the truck and expect to drive my car. I refuse to allow him to run my car in the ground. I feel like I'm trapped in supporting this man who can't seem to keep a job nor support me. Signed, what do I do? What y'all do, ladies? What y'all do?
Is her name on the house, or he got the house for him? Is her name on the house?
It doesn't say.
Okay, so if her name is not on the house, baby, pack your stuff and
go.
And go, because no.
I hope that's his dogs and cats. You keep all that there and just and just go. Not only is you having the nerve to be like tripping, but you now I ain't even gonna judge the little issue, but you should have known better if you know when they gonna test you. But even the fact that they gave you an out on that, and you still won't even stop long enough to at least get back in the job. Yeah. And putting all this on her. I'm like, Jay, run.
Yeah, run. Like, go.
That's my thought process. Like at the end of the day, when you get to a certain age, there has to be communication on the compromise, on the of different things. And I think that's open dialogue between you and your significant other. If the conversation was we were supposed to do specific things, then do the specific things, right? Don't rely on her if that wasn't the agreement in the beginning to have that. That's a whole nother conversation. And then if the issue is causing either a further issue, then you got to check the issue. The issue is you can't get a job because you keep getting drug tested. So that's for me, that's the thing that's so selfish. So selfish. Okay, so
I like what Marcy said.
So settling is in the deck. Baby, I will turn the whole table over.
Turn it over. On my way out the door.
That's a lot on anybody.
He is not your child or your assignment.
Right. Yep. But you know, some women will settle just to have a man, you know.
And then he her special friend. So that on top of that, you know.
Yeah. At the end of the day, if you're writing this letter, then you know he's using you, or
absolutely.
You know, so it's kind of like the writing is on the wall. You just really need
say it so nicely. He said it so nice.
To force you to do what you already know that you need to do.
Yeah, that's why we're a good pot of gumbo. I'm gonna just say it. Rebecca be like, "That's right," and Mika gonna say, "Okay."
Because she's like, "Cause you know he's using you."
Yeah. Like, girl, get out of there, leave. Rebecca say, "Leave the cats, the dogs, the fish, and everything else."
Baby. All right, y'all. So that was my morning tea gossip on today. But coming up next, we got your girl, Miss Onions.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Hey y'all, hey, it's your girl Rebecca, the Unmute Yourself Queen. Let me ask you a question. Do you find yourself shrinking inside of rooms that you are meant to command? And do you ask yourself, why does this keep happening? Well, stay tuned for my upcoming segment, Unmute Yourself, and you'll see why, and get tips on how to change that. Stay tuned.
Hey y'all, hey, how are y'all doing today? So today, my unmuted segment is stop asking for permission from people who hadn't done it. So I've noticed that a lot of people are stuck because they're asking the wrong people for permission to be great. You're asking people their permission to start a business, or people or permission to expand your business, or permission to add to your business, or jump out on faith and just do something differently. But you're asking the people who've never done anything. They won't even jump off the couch. They won't even jump off the street to start a business. And you allow them to talk you out of it because they don't know what it's like to chase a dream or chase your greatness or step out on faith and just try something to put you in a better position, because they're not willing to do it. So you stay stuck because you're letting them fill your head with like, oh no, that's not a bad idea. You're gonna spend the money. What if you don't make no money? What if you don't do? What if you do? So stop asking for permission for people who has never done it. If you just want a sounding board and you want to run your thoughts by somebody, do it with somebody who has at least tried something. You know what I'm saying? Because you will let somebody talk you out of it. And I see it all the time. It's like, I thought you were going to do the lash business. I thought, well, yeah, but I had talked to Keisha and she was like, it's so many people doing it and I'm going to lose money. I say, so what have Keisha tried?
Yeah.
What has she tried? What has she done? And now you and Keisha both sitting on the couch watching the infomercials on what you should have, could have did. And now you feel resenting yourself because you didn't even try and it could have taken off. So be mindful of who you get advice from and who you ask permission to be great from. Because again, if they've never done it or tried it, how can they advise you? And that's my unmute yourself segment.
That's good. That's good.
All right, y'all. So we're going to get into this quick jingle. When we come back, we got Ruffle Your Feathers.
It's the morning tea, the perfect brew to start the day right. Good vibes and music shining so bright, bright. With every sip, let your spirit soar. Open the window, let in so much more. It's the morning tea. It's the morning tea. We got the tunes to get you in your groove. A little inspiration.
Hey, it's your favorite Miss Kim on the Morning Tea Radio Show. Coming up next, let me ruffle your feathers. Stay put now. Don't go nowhere.
Hey, y'all, hey. Ooh, she loud. It's too early. Get up, baby. It's Wednesday. Listen. If you was on time at 7 o'clock, you would know I kind of dibbled and dabbled in my ruffle the feathers a little bit. But I want to go on to say that we have to learn that at this, as Rebecca would say, this big old grown age, we don't have to explain nothing to nobody. Like, my no is no, my yes is yes, and it is what it is. Some people, not all, we got to learn to not be so sensitive. Okay, we got to learn to, if you're tired of hearing certain things about certain people doing stuff, well, why don't you do something? Like Rebecca kind of said, get off the couch, move, do something. Don't be that type of person that's low vibration and don't want to celebrate others. Let people have their moment. And if you want your moment, get off the couch and open that lash business. Try it, do something, and people will celebrate you. I can kind of go on and on with this, because a lot is just coming to me right now, but I won't. But what I'm learning, and bottom line is, don't feel like you owe an explanation to anybody for anything that you're doing, any type of business that you're wanting to get into. You don't have to tell them your reason why you're doing anything. And if you're on the other end of it, just be happy for people. And as we always say, keep clapping because your turn is next. Like, just imagine being on the street and you in line. the ball gonna be passed to you next. And if you're doing something, people will congratulate and clap for you, and you'll get to shine. And I've learned, baby, I'm gonna keep shining. Y'all see this light on me? I'm gonna keep, baby, listen. I'm gonna keep shining, keep glowing, and keep walking in alignment as God would have so. And so stop being a low vibration person. Stop with the in your sensitive feelings. Stop being so sensitive. We all want to be tough. Be tough all the time. You know what I'm saying? Be tough. And we all want the truth. When the truth is given to you, take it, eat on it little by little, and just with your big old grown self. Now, I love y'all. Go out and be kind. For some reason, I feel like I'm going to have a sidebar conversation with my PR over there, so I'm going to be quiet.
You want your brand heard and your story told? The Morning Tea Radio Show is booking interview and commercial advertising slots, and they are happening right now. This is your chance to connect with an engaged audience of entrepreneurs, creatives, and community leaders who value real conversations and real impact. Spots are limited, so don't wait. Email us today at morningtearadioshow@gmail.com. That's morningtearadioshow@gmail.com, where voices are heard and events and brands are amplified.
Oh, let the church say, It's gonna be my year that I break every cycle. Let me testify my right hand on the Bible. They threw me away, but I'm glad I recycled. Joy came in the morning, but I made it through the night, man. Hey, he put you in the dark to see your light work. Yeah, just for you, that's what your life worth. So go ahead and let your light work. Let it shine. The church say, you agree with everything that I'm saying, yeah. You agree with everything that he's saying. It's gonna be my year. I'm blessed, no stress. Everybody around me blessed. Amen.
All right, y'all. That's amen. Sometimes you just gotta shout amen.
Amen. This gonna be your year.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like, man, and we already in month 5. Lord today. Listen, we only got 7 months left in 2026. What y'all gonna do with it? How y'all what you gonna do in these last 7 months of the year?
Get off that couch and move something.
Take
some.
Listen. So listen, this is the time in the show where we talk about, we have our morning tea topic, and the morning tea topic today is about kind of like summing up a lot of things that we've talked about in the last couple of weeks. We kind of touched a little bit on just this topic or little situation scenarios that align with the topic. So today's topic is, what have I outgrown that I'm still holding on to? Like, what are some things that you have outgrown? We know as a cultural in the urban culture, we grew up with some stuff. Granny said it, great grandma said it, mama said it, daddy said it, sister said it, all of the things. And then sometimes this is almost like a let me check my heart posture moment on the show. Let me check and see, what is it that I've been holding on to? Hate, betrayal, anything that you have been holding on to that you should have outgrown, but you're still holding on to it. So I'm gonna ask you, Kim, is there anything that you feel within that you're holding on to, that you pretty much in your mind, you know that you've outgrown it? You just haven't outgrown it, or maybe not. I'm not saying you do, or maybe not. Or have you ever in a scenario, maybe you did for a long time and then you outgrew it? Let's talk about it.
Well, most of y'all, some of y'all that know me, I'm a talker. And I've always been a talker. This is nothing new. But my dad, the guy that raised me, he would always tell me, be quiet, be quiet. You always got to get the last word. And as a kid growing up, I'm like, but I got something to say. Something needs to be said. Like, that's not right. I want to say what I want to say. And now, fast forward, that I've taken the unmute class, you know, that's kind of reminding me, like, girl, if you got something to say, you better say it. And then with taking these daily doses drugs once a day, I'm kind of like, I ain't gonna be quiet about nothing. Everybody else say what they want to say. I'm gonna say what I want to say. You know, we can learn to disagree to agree. You know, I'm coming out of that being muted stage. And even now I still find some things I say, well, don't say that, Kim. But people can say it to me, you know. So I'm in that whole like, well, you got to be worried about they feel. Well, they weren't worried about mine, you know. And then when I said, I just a little bit, I be like, uh-oh, did I say the wrong thing? Then another part of me is like, no, you didn't say the wrong thing, because, you know, why can't you say what you want to say? Like, why? You know, so I'm still struggling with that a little bit. And I believe that's come from how I was raised with my dad, where he would just tell me, be quiet, don't say that. That's not nice. And I'm like, well, they said it to me. I feel like if you come to me, I'll come to you. I mean, we just like, it is what it is at this big old grown age. So that's something that I'm still working on, trying to outgrow and worry about what people say. Yeah. So believe it or not, that is still a little hard, because I be wanting to say it, but I struggle sometimes with worried about a person's feelings, but then they don't consider my feelings. And so it gets messy. Like, I'm not a mean person. Can I be mean? I was told I could be mean, but I think they said that because I'm going to get you off of me and say what needs to be said to you. So now I'm mean, but you ain't mean when you said it to me. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. So yeah, I've always been a strong-minded, strong-willed person that, as my daddy said, I always got to have the last word.
Do you think it's because you weren't heard as a child, so now you overcompensate as an adult? Like,
well, even when he would tell me to be quiet, I still was talking, you know. Yeah, so it was almost like, no, I'm going to say it, you know, like, let me say my part, and then we can have a conversation. You know, even as a mother, how I raise my kids, I may not like what you're going to say. I may not agree, but let's talk. Like, what's so wrong with talking? People don't talk. Like, let's talk about it. And at the end of the day, okay, that's your thought, that's your perspective, that's your way, and this is mine. Let's respect each other without having to over explain all the time. Everything don't need an explanation. It just doesn't, you know. So maybe it does. Maybe I can go. Maybe I need to get on somebody's couch and they can explain it to me. Anybody in the comments want to help Miss Kim out today?
What about you, Rebecca?
So for me, I feel like I have outgrown explaining my journey, and I still find myself going back saying, oh, I've worked hard for this. I've worked hard for this. I deserve this. So, you know, I'm shining now because I worked hard. I got it out the mud. I want to stop that. I don't owe that explanation to nobody anymore. I am where I am because the blessings God has bestowed on me. I work for them. I got here. Nobody has given me anything. And I just feel like I want to get away from having to keep explaining it. You know, so that is one of the things that I have gotten away from, outgrown. But sometimes I still find myself saying, I deserve this. I deserve to be here. I worked hard. I got it out the mud. I didn't this, you know, and I'm at a place to where I feel like I don't owe that to anybody anymore. I don't have to keep pushing that or explaining that part of it.
That's
good. That's good. That's good. I mean, that's good growth too on all levels. Yeah. For me, I feel like one of the things that I struggle with is saying yes sometimes to things and wanting more for people than they want for themselves, and I end up frustrating myself in the process. So for me, I'm holding on to hope of, I hope she does this in her business. I hope she listens to what I said. I hope she takes the actionable things that I've done. And because of me wanting it so much for other people, I get burned in the end. I feel like I've wasted time, I've wasted energy. And I think that's something that I hold on to because I want it so bad for other people. I want it so bad that I lower costs to be able to accommodate, you know. I allow my time to be spent in areas where it's wasted. And for me, it's like, okay, Mika, you have to, regardless of how your heart feels and wants it so much for other people, you still got to stick to the business side of things. So for me, I have to learn to release and be firm in the foundation of what I know and how I'm going to run my business. Right. That's something that I need to work on, where I've gotten a whole lot better, but I still have to constantly fight my heart and mental over the business aspect sometimes. Sometimes I have to do that. What's up, Kim? Y'all, listen, this is my radio girl. For about 8 years now on GMT Radio. So shout out to Kim for rocking with us this morning. Good morning. I mean, not Kim, Chris. Good morning, Chris. Okay, y'all. So here's the next thing. Why do we keep things that no longer serve us? Why do we hold on to relationships? Why do we hold on to, and now I'm speaking to self, like, why are you holding on to them people when they're not doing nothing with you? So I listen, sometimes you gotta talk to yourself.
Yeah, it's your first.
So why do we keep things that no longer serve us? Or do you feel like you have anything, like deep down, if you dig real deep, and you can look at yourself and say, you know what, I'm holding on to that, and I know that don't serve me well. Why do I still have it? Why am I holding on to it?
Yeah. I think because I would say for me, having a big heart and really genuine care for people, like and you just kind of want everybody to be happy, be good, and doing what they enjoy doing. But you can't, everybody can't go where you're going, and some people will slow you down if you keep having to keep tagging them along. And it's not that you don't care, you don't love them, or this, that, and the other. It's just that you running the race before you know what I'm saying? And either they have to either be running their own race and we're in this thing together, but it doesn't change. If our relationship was solid, first of all, let's put that out there. If the relationship was solid, they should understand, like, okay, girl, you the entrepreneur, I ain't the entrepreneur. Okay, well, don't be in your feelings when I can't sit and just chit chat and do this and do that when I got other stuff going on. Again, it just goes back to check yourself and just stop. Like it's so some relationships are so draining that it's like, girl, if I got to explain what I'm doing every time, I don't have time. Like, I just don't. I mean, it's hard when you care so much, but that caring can slow you down because you feel like, okay, let me stop. And it's not that you don't have time for people, but some things, it's like, it can't be so repetitive. Like, okay, girl, we can't keep having the same conversation about the same stuff that's going on and on and on. At some point, you got to grow up, leave it behind, or do something different. You just got to do something different. Like, yeah, go on, Rebecca. Oh, Lord. Go. Jesus.
I definitely agree with everything you said. And Jalika said it best. Because familiarity can feel safer than freedom. And what I was going to say is sometimes we feel that because we go back to our past, or we go back to where we were from or where we came from, and we feel like we're obligated to still walk that path with some people. And sometimes it is draining. Sometimes it is like, I used to get tired of explaining, I always work because I'm an entrepreneur. Yes, I always work because that's what it requires. Yes, I'm trying a new business because I want to leave a legacy for my grandkids. Yes, I want to do, like, I get tired of explaining that, and people reacting to it as if like I'm doing something that's just so outlandish or just so crazy, or just, oh no, I ain't gonna do that. That's why I just go to work every day and punch these people clock, because I ain't got time for all that. Okay, well, that's you, but don't make me feel a way about doing it. And I think sometimes we feel like we owe it to somebody to still deal with that because of where we started from. No, growth requires separation, and I'm learning that firsthand. I'm learning that firsthand, and I don't feel no way about it. I'm here, and people know that. They like, oh, you so busy. You this. Like, people feel away because I turned down invitations to come, and if I have something to do, to come and sit in their house and watch a game. And it's just like, I'm just so busy. It's not that I don't want to come to your house and watch a game. I just don't. If I have an extra 15 minutes, guess what I'm supposed to do? I'm supposed to catch up on Grey's Anatomy and get under the bed. Like, not in it, under it.
Yeah.
So when people who are not entrepreneurs or whatever, they don't really understand. They think I'm being funny, and then I feel myself explain, well, it's not that. But I just shouldn't have to do that. Like, in my big grown age, I just shouldn't have to do that. You should just understand, if you know who I am as a person, and you know if you need me, I'm there. If you need me, if Bro over there tripping and you need help pulling him out the house, I'm there. Bun it on and everything. But sometimes I have to choose, the things that I spend my time on, because I'm different now. I'm a whole boss now,
Listen.
And it just comes with it. And so for me, I think a lot of times we just feel guilty about that because we know where we started, and we think, oh, am I being big-headed, or am I being no. It's your piece.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I definitely understand. And here's the thing too, and other people need to understand that sometimes, like you said, Rebecca, it's not that you don't want to be of attendance. There, as people don't really understand that there's levels to the different stages of growth within entrepreneurship.
Right.
So maybe in the beginning you had a lot of free time to be able to. You were building relationships in the beginning. Maybe you weren't as focused in the beginning. Maybe you was passive in your business. But when you start having tunnel vision, and when you have, and it may not even be business, it may be tunnel vision in a goal that you're wanting to meet. You have tunnel vision. Like you don't want to be distracted by any of the outside things to take you off of course of what it is that you're supposed to do. And if we can be very honest, it's a lot of distractions out there that will take you off course. And for me, I don't want to take the cross country route because I'm so distracted by everything else outside of what I should be focused on. So no, I ain't got time to argue with you all day. I don't have time to be sitting up there being on the phone discussing all other things outside of, because that can be draining too. By the time I'm talking to clients, I don't even want to talk to them because I'm drained from the conversation before I get there. So, and then also you have to, I learned this in business maybe about 4 or 5 years ago. You got to block out the noise. Like sometimes the noise will distract you from what it is. Have y'all ever been in a situation where you may be focused on something and you get a phone call and you've lost your whole train of thought?
Your whole train of thought. Your whole day just gone.
Yeah. You don't even have the same drive. You can't even remember what it was you was thinking about before you had the phone call, before you got the text message. And so those are the things that you have to block out. Like on Mondays, I am honed in. Let me tell you, you may not hear from me on a Monday because that's my back office day. And if I don't get it done on Monday, because I know I got all of these other calls on Tuesday, I'm behind schedule. So it's just those things. And you have to make a conscious decision to say that you're going to block out. I love yesterday when I was listening to the Porters yesterday it was Jalita in the car when she did a pop-up on live, and she was talking about, everything may not even be supposed to be happening right now. Right. Like there's things specifically, if God gave you a vision to do specific things, he didn't say stop and do it right now. He just gave you the vision, and maybe in his perfect timing is when it's supposed to take place. Right. And so it's just all of those different things of distraction and blocking out the noise and all that. But for me, that's where I'm at these days. That's where I'm at. So I'm letting go. Distract me from what it is. I'm letting go of those particular things. I'm letting go of particular people. It's just different things that we all in growth.
Right.
Growth, navigated. And people got to understand, right, Rebecca, during tax season, I barely talk to Rebecca.
Right.
And how long have I been doing taxes? I've been doing taxes 20 years, and I still get that from certain people. And then it's another side to that. Like, I'm expected to do this, but I've had 2 brunches, and I can count on one hand the people who live here who thought enough to sow a seed or support me by buying a ticket or sponsoring somebody else a ticket. But you can send me the Good Day popcorn. You can send me the kids fundraisers. You can send the this, the this, the this, the this. You can say, oh, I'm getting a section at the club this weekend. We turn up. You can do that, but something that's empowering and encouraging, because it has a price tag on it.
Where you at?
Pushback. So
yeah.
Wow. So this is my last question, y'all. The courage required to let go. Have you been in a situation or a scenario where you knew you needed to let go of something? You know within your soul that you need to let go, and you held on to it. And what was it that was a turnkey for you? What was it that said, okay, I looked at this situation for a long time. It's not serving me no good, and where God is taking me to in my business, in my personal, it's draining me more than it is helping me or us helping each other or whatever. The power of letting it go, because, and my reason of asking that is because there may be somebody that's tuned in, that's listening, that knows it's something I need to let go. It's not good for me. I want it real bad. The candy is real good. However, it's too sweet, and I really need to let this candy go because it has me off course. So let's talk about it. Let's talk about it.
Wow. Oh,
come on, Kim.
You know what? I don't want y'all to think this about. Then again, I really don't care, but I'm gonna say it. Because I've been told this from family members when I was younger. How is it that when you're done with something or someone, you just move on? And I thank God for that ability, really, and it made me even kind of question myself, like, okay, is that being mean? But the older I get and the more that I'm learning, that's a good thing, because some people and things don't mean me any good. And I don't know, I'm just built different, like for real. You know what? I might need to make a call to my spiritual parents, because I just can let, like, okay, that's why I'm that type of person. I really, and I'm so serious when I say this, if you have an issue with me, please, by all means, let's have a conversation. I would rather have that conversation than find out down the road by people that I know that you have ill towards me, when I'm like, girl, like what? So I just move different. I'll just stop fooling with you and you get the message. Like, no, some things, no explanation is needed. Like, you outgrow people like you outgrow clothes. Whether you gain the weight or lose the weight, is out of style. You just outgrow certain things. And some things is just really not hard for me to let go. And even in that marriage that I had, in case some smart people are wondering, why you stay in that marriage for 2,429 days, 26 days? Well, let me answer that question for you, because I knew that was part of my journey, because God had me to stay there for such a time as this. Okay. In case you want to know that, I just kind of feel that in the air. But nevertheless, some things we just hold on to just because worrying about people and their feelings. And like I go back and said, people don't worry about your feelings, and don't think I don't have feelings, because I do. I would be disappointed if somebody said, well, I really don't like him. And I would be like, well, why? Why? Even though I could say I don't care, but yeah, the curiosity in me would say, well, why? Like, what did I do to you? But at the same time, I have to accept that and move on. I'm just totally different. Like, I'm gonna have to call my spiritual mom, because I might need to I be joking, but I be serious. I don't. Bye.
But what about the release of other stuff? Not just people, but other things too.
Other things.
It may not be people. It may be, I need to release from being stagnant. I need to release from being distracted. It may be other things besides just people, because it's other stuff besides people.
But yeah, so okay, that was part A of the question. When it comes to things and distractions, and I'm learning that daily, when it gets real deeper as far as the stagnation, the making excuses, maintaining order, systems and structures and things like that. And so that's why I can't be distracted by the people's, because there's other things that I have to get in order, for my own personal growth. And so therefore, yeah, I get in trouble every day. The word be beating me up and loving on me at the same time.
Well, that's why because I noticed that people was just talking about the release of people. I'm like, there's other stuff that's like, let me ask Kim to elaborate a little bit more on that.
Yeah, but that's the first thing we always think of is people, because people, they dump on you so much. They just dump. Like they just dump that you even forget about yourself and like, okay, I need to get myself together. Like, girl, boy, you gotta stop dumping on me. I'm trying to get me together. So I'm in the era too for myself is working on my walk as being, in alignment with purpose and getting out all that toxic stuff that's in me, changing my thought process, looking at things more on the spiritual level and not just quoting stuff because it sounds good. Like that stuff right there, talk English, okay? All that stuff the people don't understand. We make things harder than they should be. If we just look in the mirror, say, God, fix me today. And bottom line, like, God, just fix me today. Talk to me today. Send a word, send a message, and so I can get this right. So as I'm walking on that narrow lane that, I'm dropping stuff that's off of me that don't need to be there, that don't need to be in my heart, that don't need to be in my mind, don't need to be in my mouth, So you have to learn how to, that's why setting boundaries, like, I can't entertain certain conversations and things like that. So we got enough to fix ourselves than to be worried about everybody else. Bottom line. Bottom line. Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Rebecca?
So for me, I released the need to feel like I have to remain humble. And humble is what kept me muted for so long. And it kept me, I was doing things that I felt the need that I should share. And it wasn't, and I never wanted to come across to someone as I was bragging. I never wanted to come across to someone as I was, shedding light on something that they may be, dealing with or not growing in their business or whatever. But then I had to realize that something that kept me from not being clapped for or not being recognized or not being my accomplishments being put out there. And although we can say, oh, it's not about that for me, I said that, and it wasn't about that for me, but I owe it to that little girl that's watching to see, how did you get out of that? I remember when you told a story years ago that you got evicted or you this, you that, and now you just seem to be okay. Like, how did your journey, how did you get through that? So I owe it to that person to share my accomplishments, to share how I got through things, to share how each day it's still a struggle. Each day I asked God the other day, God, give me clarity. I feel so confused about things. It's just not even certain things. It's just that I feel like I'm living in chaos because my mind is just out. It's just going. Help me to, kind of decipher through that. Help me to, not feel like every day has to be, I got to get 88 things done or I'm going to be behind or this or that, help me streamline that. So that's one of the things that I'm releasing. Like, I was humble for years. Now you fit to get it every day. You fit get it every day on the neck every day. And if you feel a way about it, blame my ancestors, because that's who was telling me that you deserve. I can hear my grandmother, girl, I had you reading before you was even in school. You are smart. You this. You let them know that. You share that so that the people who are coming up behind you can say, oh, if she can do it after everything she went through, oh, I know I'm already a CEO. That's what does it for me. And that's what I'm going to release. I'm going to release, stop watering down my greatness because of how it makes other people feel. You getting it? All of it.
All of it.
Every day.
All of it. I love it. I love it.
I mean, because at the end of the day, we all are living. We're supposed to be living examples of to give God the glory and what it is that He has blessed us. Now, are we talking about we boasting about it? Absolutely not.
Right.
However, it's supposed to be showcased. Like you went from here to there. He took you from that to this.
Yeah.
All of those things are supposed to be supposed to be shared. And one of the things that I'm going to release is the release of not setting boundaries. Like I am so serious in my boundaries these days. I'm not taking calls after 6 o'clock. I mean, if it's not scheduled, I'm not doing it. Like I have to, because the life that I lived before June of 2025 is different from moving from Houston to it's a different life. So for me, it's setting boundaries in all aspects. And when I say setting boundaries, I mean I really have to be conscious of the input, like my ear. Like I really, really, really now am in a space where I really have to be focused on what's going in because of what's coming out. Right. So just wanted to be more mindful of who I allow in a space, who I allow in my ear to share things, just all of the things, and really trying to focus on listening to the whispers of God and what God is telling me to do, what He's telling me to not do, all of those different things. So I'm just releasing any distractions, and then not having enough boundaries, firm boundaries when it comes to myself, my family, and all of the things.
We just work on ourselves, I
mean, we are every single day, fighting something every single day. Like we're fighting something, whether we're fighting to say something, we're fighting to do something, we're fighting to, I don't know, just it's a struggle. Every single, I don't want to say it's a struggle. It's a fight every single with something mentally, right? Something mentally, you're thinking about something that is this or that. How should I do this? Should I do it that way? Should I do it this way? How is it going to come out if I say it like this?
I know.
You fight.
I know.
Struggling with something every single day. And so I thank God for Jalita and Dr. Sis and Dr. Bro for they continue to pour even all throughout the day. Keep your mind fixed and keep you sane and make you think and make you humble yourself and make you have a voice of reason when it comes to things, how a different perspective on stuff. And sometimes you need that food, that pour to change your mindset when you are in that moment, right? So I thank God for them just to being obedient to God and just saying, this is what we need. We need this food. We need this nourishment. We need this to help us grow. We need this to help us sustain. We need this word. We need, living life examples of what's taking place. And so I can say, oh, that's me right now. I feel it right now. That way yesterday. Okay, Lord, let me protect myself from feeling that way tonight. So, just grateful for that. So y'all do us a favor.
You're welcome, Mercy.
Y'all do us a favor. Put in the chat, what are you releasing today? We challenge y'all to put in the chat what you're releasing today. What is something that you need to release? What is something that you have, that you need to release and you haven't? And just dig deep and see. And if it's more than one thing, that's cool too.
Yeah, it's fine.
I like what Trina said. Trina says she's working on releasing the thought that she has to take care of everyone else and not herself. She matters too.
Right.
Even as a business owner, we lose ourselves in business and forget to take care of ourselves. We forget to enjoy the fruits of our labor by doing different things. And so just excited. So if y'all feel that Kiana says she's releasing worry.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
It is a good one.
Yeah.
Releasing worry. Melody said, yes, boundaries.
Yeah.
Pam said, yes, I have learned that boundaries are necessary. They are, because when you just out here rolling free, listen, they'll walk over you. I'm telling you.
Yes, they will.
Don't care nothing about it. Don't care nothing about it.
Don't care nothing about it. All right, ladies. So let's talk about what we got coming up next. what's up? Any upcoming events? Anything that people need to know? What they need to look out for? I know Rebecca's gonna be live today in Sisters Cafe. So y'all
Okay.
at 12 o'clock. She's gonna be live in there. So if y'all missed
So
it,
y'all make sure y'all tune in.
Oh, at 12 today?
at 12 today, they're gonna show the replay of the show from that sheet. For those who missed it, it's gonna go
Okay.
12 o'clock today.
Okay, so I caught that one. Okay. Okay.
Anything else you got, Rebecca? You got something else coming up?
I am getting ready to re-release my 30 days audio series where you get me in your ear every day with a daily affirmation and a daily word of encouragement. I had put it out maybe a couple months ago and then got it kind of like revamped. So I'm getting ready to re-release that. And it helps. Like if you need that daily, just girl, you her, that's what it is. And sometimes we need that. And I try to do a good job of even people that I talk to, giving them that daily affirmation because y'all, it's rough out here. And sometimes we need that extra push to let the next person know, girl, you doing a great job. You got this. Keep moving, keep pushing. And I think that's where we as, I ain't even gonna say women, sometimes we feel like we can't give that extra nudge to somebody else because we too worried about what we don't have. Like I heard somebody say the other day, well, I can't tell nobody nothing. Shoot, I don't even know how I'm gonna pay my rent. Well, that's probably why you can't pay your rent, because you can't be kind to somebody else. Sometimes you have to clap for others and be there for others in despite of, because I tell y'all, I'm big for, I can have 50 cents in my pocket and I will clap for somebody to the highest and not worry about where my next is coming from, because it's sometimes not about that. So that's my little piece.
That's good. That's a big
y'all stay tuned. Follow me on all platforms and stay tuned for that.
Where would they find the challenge? Where they need to go, Becca?
Y'all, if y'all are already not in the Unmute Yourself group I have, please join or request to be added, and I will add you in there, and everything Unmute Yourself will be posted in there.
Y'all, and Rebecca got some Unmute merch. She got that Unmute merch. Y'all better.
Yes, I'm adding it to the website, y'all. It's real cute.
Be the first to get the exclusive.
Be the first.
All right, Miss Kim, what you got coming up?
Be the first. Don't be a sideliner. Them sideliners be missing out, baby. As some of you know, my book is still available. You can find me on all social media platforms, Kimberly Powell. You can follow me. My website is www.powerhousehausbykp.com. I do have some things on the stove boiling. When they get a little hot, I'm gonna go ahead and drop it. But just stay tuned. I'm still grateful for all my readers and supporters. I love you all, and just go out and be kind today, and just do the self-check in the mirror. Just take care of you first before you try to take care of everybody else. And release, like we said today, a lot of the things that you feel like have weighted you down. And it's not that you're being selfish. It's not that you be thinking that you're all that, because you are all that. And we got to stop saying that. We are all that. Go out and just be kind. Love y'all.
Yes. So shout out to Kim. Did you get the website, Kim?
Yep. Powerhousebykp.com.
Okay. I'm sorry. I got thrown off because I got
distractions.
Like a judge that I was partnered with in Houston, and we were part of the NAACP together when I was over certain part with the NAA. She got arrested, and I just got this message with her, and I'm just like, what in the world? So my apologies. It threw me completely off. Anyway, I gotta read that. But yes, y'all go ahead and purchase the book. Don't be on the sideline, because you'll be missing out. You'll be missing out on the side. But I don't have anything coming up. All I have is for my clients. I'm working with my clients. Trina at 12 o'clock, Rebecca will be on the Sisters Cafe podcast. She'll be on the Sisters Cafe podcast, so she'll be able to post it. It's in the Sisters Cafe group as well, and on YouTube. But that's it. I'm focusing on preparing for my next 12 weeks with clients, individual clients, focusing on the PR side of the Rebecca Davis, and focusing on all of the other additional things that I have coming up. There is absolutely nothing that I am doing until the fall. So there's no events coming up. We have something huge media wise with myself, Kim, and Rebecca that's going to take place in the fall that we are working on. So right now I don't have anything. I'm just focusing on what I need to do for my people, So if you guys want to follow me, go Mika Diamond on all social media platforms, Mika Diamond Inc. Kim, what's your social?
Kimberly Powell, Powell, or Powerhouse, Powerhaus by KP on that TikTok coming soon, Instagram and Facebook. But I'm normally on Facebook. Sometimes I forget I have Instagram. Y'all forgive me, but yeah, just follow me on Facebook.
And then Rebecca, your socials.
Rebecca Davis on our platforms. TikTok, I'm Rebecca Miss Tax Time Express on Instagram, and Bossed Up Fashions, and that's fashions with a Z. And y'all stay tuned for the launch of Bossed Up Bundles, because y'all gonna see why I've taken my time, baby. Ain't nobody hair gonna be hairing like Bossed Up Bundles.
I know that's right.
Ready for that luxury, those luxury strands.
I know that's right. All right, y'all. Well, y'all have an amazing Wednesday. We'll see y'all same place, same time, same location. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers, those who are godmothers, those who are auntie mothers like myself. Y'all have an amazing week. Celebrate love, life, and just the ability to be able to get up, move your arms in your right mind, your legs, things. So y'all have an amazing week. We'll see y'all next week. Same place, same time, same location. Right here on the Morning Tea Radio Show with your girl, Mika Diamond.
And your favorite Miss Kim.
And your girl, Miss Unmuted. We love y'all.
Be kind.
Wake up, the tea is hot. Mika, Kim, and Rebecca got the spot. Sip it slow, let the glass flow. The morning tea is a daily glow. Turn it up, hear the laughter ring. Stories fly like birds on wings. Steeped in truth with a twist of fun. The morning tea has just begun.